Alright everybody, so today we're going to take a look at the Captain America Hero Pack from Marvel Champions card game. This was the very first Hero Pack I believe they came out with, so there's nothing special on the rules. So let's get right into it. Steve Rogers, of course, is our alter ego. 3 recovery, living legend, reduce the cost of the first ally played each round by 1. Not bad. Set up, search your deck and discard pile for Captain America's shield, upgrade, and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. So you're guaranteed to get the shield in your opening hand, which makes sense. That's his thing. So is hero form. 2 across the board here. I can do this all day. Action, discard 1 card from your hand. Ready Captain America. Limit once per round. Now this is nice because it's not discard a card at random. You actually get to choose the card. I think it's worth it. His hand size is 5 and 6 with 11 hit points. Not bad. Let's set him right there. So Agent 13, Sharon Carter. Did I say Carter? Sharon Carter. 3 health, 2 and 1 there. After she enters the play, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Not bad. Fearless Determination. Captain America gets +1 thwart until the end of the phase, and you draw a card, and that doesn't cost anything. Heroic Strike. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using that resource, you stun an enemy. That's not bad for 3 cost. You do 6 damage and stun them, most likely. 3 of those. Shield Block. It's free. When you would take any amount of damage, exhaust Captain America's shield and prevent all of that damage. 2 of those. Shield Toss. It's superpower. Discard X cards from your hand, then return Captain America's shield from play to your hand and deal 4 damage to X enemies. Man, that is good. That is really good. So discard 2 or 3 cards, get the shield back to my hand, and deal 4 damage, and then you get the shield back out, which I'm sure is too expensive. Steve's apartment. It's a location. So when he's in actually a Steve Rogers, you can exhaust the apartment to draw a card and heal damage. Not bad. Captain America's helmet. When he would be defeated, set his hit point down to 1 instead, then discard the card. So he basically gets another chance at survival. Not bad. Now his shield. It only cost 1. See, that is great. It's a restricted card. He gets +1 defense and gains retaliate 1. That's pretty solid. Super Soldier Serum. Exhaust it to generate a resource. Not bad, which that resource can be used for some of those other cards earlier we saw. So those are his 15 cards. He's part of the leadership aspect. So let's take a look at those. We get Falcon. 2 health, 2 thwart. 2 attack, 2 thwart, and 3 health. After he enters the play, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. For each treachery, look to this way, remove 1 threat from this game. That could be good if you're playing against a scenario that has a lot of treachery in it. Hawkeye, he enters the play with 4 arrow counters on him. After a minion enters play, you can remove an arrow counter from Hawkeye to deal 2 damage to that guy automatically. Not bad. Squirrel Girl. Now, I've heard this is a really good card. She only costs 2. 2 health, 1 on 1. As I drop her here, when she enters play, you just deal 1 damage to every enemy. Every enemy. And I assume that's not just against you, that's against all your, the other players in the game. So that's super powerful. Wonder Man. He has a big attack, but as an additional cost, you have to discard a card from your hand. So he only costs 2, but kind of some downside to that. You do get to choose. It's not a random card, so that's better than nothing. Avengers Assemble. Classic for Captain America. You only do 1 per round, though. Ready each Avenger character you control until the end of the phase. Each Avenger character in play gets +1 thwart in an attack. This can be really powerful if you guys are playing multiple players with Avengers decks. That can be a game changer. We get 3 of those cards. Make the Call. Pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. Put that ally into play under your control. Not bad. Strength in numbers. Exhaust any number of allies you control. Draw 1 card for each ally exhausted that way. 3 of those. Power of Leadership. Get a Quinjet. After your turn begins, place 1 time counter on the Quinjet. Then as an action, put an Avenger ally from your hand into play with the printed cost equal to or less than the number of time counters on Quinjet. Then discard Quinjet. So you can kind of stack that up and then get a big ally out for basically free and not have to use any of the resources from your hand, from your other cards. 3 of those. Mockingbird from the core set. Energy, Genius, and Strength. Pretty standard stuff there. Avenger's Tower. If each of your allies has the Avenger trait, you get to increase your ally limit by 1, and you can exhaust it to reduce the cost of the next Avenger you play by 1 point. Honorary Avenger. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. You can attach to a friendly character. They get +1 hit point, and they become an Avenger. 3 of those. Now to his Obligation Nemesis cards. Man Out of Time. You give to the Steve Rogers player if it gets drawn. You can flip to alter ego form if you want to, and then you can choose to exhaust Steve Rogers to remove this from the game, or discard half the cards in your hand rounded down, and then discard the application. Let's see. Hit Squad is the side scheme. Baron Zemo leads a Hydra task force into the city to hunt down Avengers. When revealed, in player order, each player discards the top card of the encounter deck and takes 1 damage for each boost icon discarded this way. That adds 3 per player, and you get that symbol right there, which I believe is a boost. No, I'm sorry, an acceleration token. Minion. Baron Zemo. 5 health. 3 attack, 1 scheme, but he has quick strike. And if he's engaged with you, you can't thwart. That could be a big downside, depending on the scenario you're in, but you want to get him out there quick. And I think we get 2 Hydra Soldiers as well with Guard. And when defeated, you're just going to deal out another encounter card, so this can be kind of a pain in the butt. Then a Treachery. Hail Hydra. When revealed, each Hydra minion engaged with a hero attacks that hero. That right there could kill you instantly. Each player who is not attacked this way searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts it into play engaged with them. Shuffle the encounter deck when it was searched. Whew, could be potentially really disastrous if you're playing a scenario with already a lot of Hydra agents, plus the ones that come in the Captain America deck. So that's his deck. I think it's pretty solid. Let's take a look real quick at the extra cards we get in the pack. Enraged, aggression card, attached to an ally, and they get +2 attack, but they take +1 consequential damage after it attacks. So high risk, high reward there. Followed, attached to a side scheme, max 1 per scheme. When the attached scheme is defeated, deal 4 damage to an enemy. I like that. That's pretty nice. It's the Justice card you get. And the protection card is Expert Defense. When your hero defends against an attack, it gets +3 for the defense for that attack. And it doesn't cost anything. Then we get Enhanced Awareness. You get 3 uses of it. You exhaust it and remove one of the counters from the generated resource. So, not bad. I'm really excited to see how he plays. I think the next game I was going to play, I was going to use a different hero, but now that I've seen this, I'm actually really excited to play as him. Especially considering Captain America, especially before the MCU, is just really not one of my favorite comic book characters. I thought it was kind of lame, but Chris Evans did a really good job portraying him in the MCU, and that's gotten me a little more behind the Captain America train. But this deck, I think, looks pretty solid. I'd like to see what these heroic strikes, especially these shield tosses, work. And plus with the fact that his shield only costs 1, that's killer. Like, that is amazing for a card that gives you 1 defense and retaliate. Whew. So there's a quick look at the Captain America Hero Pack for Marvel Champions, the card game. With Captain America, Captain America, Captain America. I may cut this part out, but I don't really know. I'll probably keep it in the video.